everyone, and happy Monday. I just wanted to bring some attention to something that I went through over the weekend in hopes that it will help you. So I have this quote. It's Forget What Hurt You in the Past, but Never Forget What It Taught You by Sharon L. Alder. Okay, so this is in relation to something that happened to me over the weekend. It actually wasn't that big of a deal, but I thought it was something I should talk about. So when we were coming back from my parents' house, because we went to go visit them for 4th of July, it was a very small thing, like not very many people showed up, like my siblings, only the ones that lived there were there, and then my uncle and his wife were there. So we were coming back from that, and I was talking to my partner about things, just like random whatever, and something came up where he was telling me about a time in the past that he used, and it wasn't particularly like upsetting. I mean, like it wasn't like anything extra, like any bigger issue than anything else. There wasn't anything that was like particularly significant about it, but of course it was something that is not that great. In my opinion, like it's not something that usually comes with very positive feelings. But for some reason, it was something that just like really stood out to me and affected me at the time. And I could actually like feel it in like my chest when he told me. Like I felt it like right here, and it was like really uncomfortable, and I didn't understand why it was making me so upset. Like I didn't know what it was that was triggering that. Like obviously, I know that the topic is not something that's particularly comfortable for me, but it was just strange how this issue, was so profound in my, emotional self. And so, I didn't, like, normally when that happens, I kind of want to, like, start an argument about it because I get, like, really upset, and I have, like, it's like I need a place for the energy to go. And so I try not to do that, I just kind of shut it down, like, okay, I don't really want to talk about this right now. And I kind of just sat with myself because it's not something that I want to, I don't want it to get worse, and I didn't know what it was, so, like why it was happening, other than the fact that it was just part of a topic I don't really like discussing, but normally it's not that intense. And so I just, made sure I sat with myself to kind of just like give it time to like settle and kind of like, integrate it because I wasn't sure how to exactly address it. And, it really helped. And, I really don't know why it came up like that. Maybe it was just like a random occurrence. I don't know. But for some reason, that really affected me, and so I made sure to like feel it and not just shove it down and not start an argument. So I don't know. I don't know why it happened. I don't know why, like I said, why it was so intense or why it was so, profound at the time. But it was something that, I noticed in myself. And, like I said, I just tried to make sure that I didn't do anything that I would in the past. No, arguments, no resentment, no, poking at him and trying to make him feel guilty about it or anything, just letting it settle, integrate, just forgive myself for, feeling that way, but, letting myself feel it because that's how I can move on from it, just making sure that I feel it and make sure that, I don't make myself feel too bad about it because it's normal. So that was just something that, I experienced over the weekend and I kind of wanted to talk about, and I think this quote is good because, in its essence, I really do agree with it. Forget what hurt you in the past, but never forget what it taught you. So we don't necessarily have to hold on to all these specific memories in the past. I don't have to hold on to what he told me or whatever, because it's not, there's no point to it, Like we went through it, we learned from it, I learned from it again the other day, because it brought up a feeling that was uncomfortable. And the point is that I just need to, recognize what it taught me and learn from it. And of course, I'm grateful for it because, that whole experience and that whole thing taught me a lot of things and helped me to become who I am today. And I'm still constantly on a learning path. So, I don't have to remember every specific incident or whatever, but I do need to remember what it taught me and what it helped me with and how it changed me to be the person that I am today. Because I think that everything can be a learning experience. And so that's why I wanted to bring up that quote, and that's why I wanted to bring up, this particular experience, because I think that happens to us a lot. We have all these things that we go through, and even if we tend to forget the actual occurrence, it's important to remember what they taught us because it's it's a constant learning thing. It's a constant thing to be mindful of the things that we have been taught and what we've learned and everything, because it really really helps us to become better people and have better experiences and go through life a little bit easier. So if you have any comments on that, if you have anything that have helped you in, processing your emotions or anything, let me know. Let me know your comments. Let me know if you learned anything from it. And yeah, let's make it a good day.